Hello, 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 everyone! Thank you so much for coming out today. Beautiful turnout, amazing people here. This is all because of you. Let's get this party started. You know why we're here, so let's talk about it. Now it's orange, growing golden hair with the stroke of his pen. We lose rides again, but his friends and his family dance till the end. When fascists rise, equality dies, and brothers and sisters face their demise. Intimidation from the administration, the fate of our nation is under attack. Of course his buddies all came along with a strong pungent musk. He'll be shocking his husk under desks for the next fucking 48 months. Blame on both sides, you let this man slide. Now his tiny hands hold our fate by his side. Mad registration, conspiracy stations, the fate of our nation is under attack. Actor, we're under attack, under attack. It's time we rise again, fight for our lives, fight for our freedom. Sing it! It's time we rise again. It's time we rise again. Rise up, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Speakers soon, so if anybody has some chance to get us started, let's do it. 86, 86,
47,
86,
47,
86,
47,
86,
47,
86,
47.
Woo, there we go. That's good to hear you all. All right. Goodness. Sorry for that feedback. All right. Who is going to be our first speaker here? We don't have anybody planned yet. Well, all right. So I've gotten a chance to speak with a lot of people. Back on April 5th, I got a chance to speak with so many of you, and everyone was a Democrat or a Republican or a Libertarian or a progressive or a conservative or from the left or from the right, and it didn't matter. They weren't fascists. They say we are extreme left. Everything looks extreme left when we compare it to fascism. We are not fascists. We are Americans. It's insane that they group us to be so extreme when all of us are a sea of people here. The only extreme, it's them. It's them, it's them, it's them, and there's no arguing with them. So we are here all together, and we want our voices heard from the left, from the right. We are one. It's not the left versus right, it's us versus them. It's not left versus right, it's us versus them. Thank you.
Now we have a veteran, Jeremy Terrel, and he will be leading us in a song.
Hello, Colorado Springs. How are you? think I got a song. I need all of you to help me. We have 2 songs to sing. The first one is really going to warm us up. I need all of your help to please lead me with the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see the dawn's early light? What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, and the ramparts red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Feel free to get closer.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon.
Jump in.
Let's see. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces. Good morning to you. Okay, you already figured out that I'm an educator because of that great song. My name is Nancy Saltzman, and I retired after 32 years in education, in public education in Colorado Springs. Where are all our teachers? So I grew up in a middle-class family in Bloomington, Indiana, with an older sister and 2 younger brothers. My grandparents and my great-grandparents were all immigrants from Poland and Russia. And my parents met at Johns Hopkins University, where my dad was working on a PhD and my mom was working on her master's. And they moved to Bloomington, Indiana to work at Indiana University, where they had 4 kids. And I have an older sister and 2 younger brothers. And we were all raised to believe that we were on earth to make a positive difference in the lives of others. So one of my brothers is a lawyer, one is a doctor. My sister has a PhD in criminology, and she was the first scientist at CDC working in domestic violence. And I have a PhD in educational leadership, because in my family, the way that you got love was by getting an extra degree. So we all believe in education. Now, I graduated from Colorado College. And I started teaching. I taught in Widefield, Falcon, Air Academy. I ended up my teaching. I was a principal at Broadmoor Elementary in Cheyenne Mountain. And actually, I was at a fundraiser last night for the Southern Colorado AIDS benefit, and I was in the bathroom and I had somebody come up to me and say, "You were my assistant principal when I was at Timberview Middle School." So they're still around making a difference. But what I want to say is, no matter who you are, you have a right to learn, to grow, and to dream. Education teaches students that they matter, their ideas matter, and their futures matter. It teaches us about humanity, to be respectful and open to others, maybe even to be open to others who are different than we are. We learn how to debate ideas without shouting over each other. This is true now more than ever. We need education to bring people together, to learn side by side, learning from one another, where we can grow knowledge, empathy, and understanding. We want to encourage curiosity. We are counting on our younger generation to dream big and do great things. The question is, what can you do? Pay attention to what's happening in your local school district. Let's prevent people from restricting student learning by removing materials with which they don't agree. Let's encourage diversity. Attend school board meetings. Let's attend school board meetings and ask questions, and even hopefully some people will run for school board. And if you have kids in school, find ways to support the teachers. You know, like buy them Starbucks cards. Actually, no, seriously, find out how you can support your teachers in ways they want to be supported. Now, I just want you to know I appreciate the time I've had today to talk with you, and really do encourage you to get involved in your local school system in any way you can. And I do want to point out our wonderful Marshal, Tom House, who I hired at Broadmoor Elementary to be a teacher. Can we all yell Tom House, Tom House, Tom House, Tom House, Tom House, Tom House. He's out there still making a difference for people. So thank you. Let's go out and make a difference. Woo!
Okay, I'm back, and we all know I have a terrible singing voice. But I'm glad we all united with that one song, because that's what we are, is we are united. I have 3 topics that I would like to address, 2 of which really affect me very deeply. So I'll address the first one first, obviously. We're letting Doge, not we are, Congress is letting Doge. Louder? All right, I'll say it louder. Who here was in Colorado during the Black Forest Fire? Who here was in Colorado for the Waldo Canyon Fire? Who here was in Colorado for the Hayman Fire? So Congress is allowing Doge, who is, Mr. Musk is not elected to, allowing them to downsize our national parks. So what's going to happen? Yeah, exactly. Boo. Screw you, Mr. Musk. Sorry, my friendly help here. He's being a little frisky with me. But what's going to happen? I'll wait for the honking to stop. Okay, but so what's going to happen with the next fire when we downsize the national parks? Are we going to burn 70,000, 700,000, 1,000,000 acres of our land? No. Musk, you can't downsize our national parks. Now, the 2 parts that do affect me the most is the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Department of Defense. We have the most powerful military in the world. Why are we a great nation? It's because of the Department of Defense. And they want to downsize the Department of Defense and make us weaker. We're not going to accept that.
Lock them up.
Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up.
Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up.
My last topic is the Department of Veterans Affairs. And so if you were all here, if any of you were here on the 5th, I quoted these numbers. I don't have most current numbers, but in February alone, 1,800 jobs were terminated within the VA. Thank you, Doge. Deport, I agree with that. Deport Musk. Deport Musk. Deport Musk. Deport Musk.
Deport Musk. Deport Musk. Deport Musk. Deport Musk. Deport Musk.
As a veteran myself, my call times went from 5 minutes to over an hour just to get a hold of my primary care provider because we don't have enough people. Now, when I talked on the 5th, Doge sent in 20 people, approximately 20 people to the Aurora VA. They sent them to the chemo portion of the of the Department of Veterans Affairs. So they're basically saying, we're going to downsize the cancer treatment, and we're going to deny a veteran who fought for our country, fought for your freedoms, and we're going to deny him his or her cancer treatment. I'll finish off with this, just like last time. Trump, Donnie, his little minion up there in Washington, D.C., I need you to let them know that they gotta go. So, what do they have to do? They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go.
They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for supporting our cause. All of you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Jarrel, and I am the chair of the El Paso County Democratic Party. I'm also a union member with the library system here, CWA 7799. Do I have any other union members out in the crowd today? All right, let's go. So I think that the reason that they needed to make sure we had the protest today, even though we had one just 2 weeks ago, is today is the 250th anniversary of what? Of the battles of Lexington and Concord, right? Last night was the 250th anniversary of the Midnight Ride, right? Paul Revere. We can argue about whether Paul or the other person, whatever, right? 250 years ago, right? This is the founding of our nation in a sense. So by the time we're going to be celebrating our 250th anniversary next year, on the 4th of July, the war had already been going on for over a year, right? And so arguably, today is the 250th anniversary of the United States, when we began our resistance against the British. I would like to make it to 251 years. 252. How many is it if we get past Trump? Let's get to at least 254. I want to say that in order for us to get this done, because there really is a threat to our democracy right now, we need to make sure that we're winning every single election that we can win, right? We got here by losing elections. Like, let's be honest. I know that they tried to take over the Capitol building a few years ago and failed, and that was another route, to be sure. But we are where we are right now because of elections, and we've lost some that we could have won. And now we're looking forward this year to school board races that we can definitely win, right? So if you haven't been paying attention, ever since, and actually it was after Biden won, the right wing started to really focus on taking over these local races, right? Because they're easier if you have money backing you. You can spend the money, you can get the literature out to enough doors. People aren't really paying attention to school board races. And I'll say, unfortunately, they're not partisan races. And I say unfortunately because they are partisan. We do have right-wing and Democrats. We do have two sides in these races, but people don't know it when they see the ballot. So we are losing races that we could win. Like School District 11, the teachers just had, and I think someone might be speaking from their organization today, so I won't take over their messaging. But you know, they just had their contract overturned, right? We lost school board races here in Colorado Springs, races that we could have won. And then a contract that the teachers had with the district since the 1960s was overturned by the same right-wing powers that are backing Trump and that are benefiting from his policies. So I say, please, if you are interested in getting involved with these kinds of things, and you're saying to yourself, I know there's just so many local races. I wish someone was paying attention and looking where we can win and organizing to make sure that we could do that. Well, the Democratic Party in El Paso County is doing that. I won in February. We got involved in the school in the city council races. We're moving forward to school board now. Please, if you're interested in defending our local institutions here in El Paso County, stop by the Democratic booth right over here. Sign up for our newsletter. Thank you again. My name is John Jarrel, chair of the El Paso County Democratic Party. Thank you, everybody.
What's up, Colorado Springs? Let's give another round of applause to my good friend John Jarrel, the chair of the El Paso County Democratic Party. Hi everyone, my name is Christian Rice, and I'm super happy to be here with you today. I am a former 8th grade U.S. history teacher, and I've been involved in politics since I was 15. I'm 29 years old now. Not 30 yet. Right now, I work as a legislative aide for State Senator Chris Colker, who's the chair of the Education Committee down at the Capitol. And y'all, I'm here today because I'm pissed. So many of us have been in this work for years. And the reason why we're in this work is because we want to leave this country and this earth a better place than when we got it. So, thank you so much for being out here today on a Saturday morning in the cold. Next up, we have Adam Gillard, who's with the Progressive Veterans of Colorado. And I just want to remind everyone to please be safe. Okay, we're not going to engage with counter-protesters. And let me ask y'all this. Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Colorado Springs. Hey, this is a Colorado Spring right here. And it's 70, 80 degrees last week. Real quick, give it up for Christian down there. I've known this guy for a year, and he is like a role model for everybody. He is an actually incredible person. Thank you, Christian, for stepping up and doing this and helping us out. That was my payment for him doing this. So thank you. All right, so my name is Adam Gillard. I run the Progressive Vets. We have our little booth down there in the corner. Need it louder? All right. I don't like that. All right, so my name's Adam Gillard. I run the Progressive Vets down there. We have our booth on the corner. We're gonna try and talk to you those folks. I love the energy though. You guys are so incredible being out here with this weather and everything. That is more than we could ever hope for. When we talk about what the Progressive Vets do, is we are here to serve. We're here to remind people, veterans coming out, that your oath does not expire. We're here to serve our community and help out wherever we can. We help plan events like this. We help plan April 5th. We help plan the empty chair for Jeff Crank. Last year we got involved a ton with the election cycle and everything like that. So we are involved. We do whatever we can. That's what the Progressive Vets do. If you're interested, follow us on like the social medias and things like that. The 5051 folks, they put out a ton of stuff. We'll link up with them. But follow us all on there. Now my organizer hat for everybody. Let's be responsible little anarchists. Clean up after ourselves. There's trash bags over there. Let's be safe. All the folks on the media, be safe out there. That was a good one. But be safe, because our fight does not end today. This is the beginning. Our fight starts tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. We have to take the information that we get. You're going to go over there, and you're going to talk to some folks, you're going to get some great information. Take that information home with you and share it. Tomorrow is Easter, great time to meet family. It's also 420, so it's a great time to be in the right mindset to meet that family. So take advantage of it, but have those conversations. Like, the revolution cannot just come from the left. We need people on the right to stand up. That's the only way this is going to work. So encourage your family, encourage your friends, stand up and fight for ourselves. The last thing, are you streaming right now? Come on up here for a second. Sure. Okay, so this is Brody. He does a lot of our audio, things like that. This is going to be for, real quick, there he is. This is going to be for all the folks that say that we're paid protesters out here. This is a quick word from our sponsors.
Another thank you for Adam Gillard, y'all. So by the way, I'm gonna be the MC, so you're gonna see me like running around here. Also, for all of y'all here, how many of y'all, is this your first protest? Welcome to the family. Woo! Next up, we have Miss Jenny Owen with Indivisible, Colorado Springs.
Hi, y'all. Y'all look beautiful out there. Look at all these signs. And this is such a cool day. And look at how many people are out here. It's fabulous. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Indivisible Colorado Springs, and I'm going to invite you. And I'm going to tell you about one thing that you can do as a takeaway action. First of all, Indivisible Colorado Springs is a chapter of a national organization, Indivisible.org. And there are, before Trump took office as 2.0, there were over 1 million members nationally and over 1,000 chapters across America. It has only amplified exponentially since then. So by being a part of a chapter in a local community, you're taking action for your voice and your passionate resistance to Trump and all that's happening. It's not just Trump. It's so much more than just Trump. And so you're taking action but for your voice, but you're also part of a collaborative of millions of people. And I've heard people say, does this kind of thing really make any difference, what we're doing? Think about what just happened this week with Harvard University. What we are doing makes a difference. Trump had to back down. So we are Indivisible. I'm going to try and say the vision statement. We empower and amplify your voice to be able to stand up in firm resistance and an answer of no to Donald Trump, to the extreme radical right. Remember they called the Green New Deal radical? What the hell? That was a thing, but it was not radical. What is happening, crumbling democracy, is radical. So Trump, stopping Trump, the radical right, and Project 2025. Because that is the architecture under all of this. So it's not just Trump, it's all of these things. We are not going back. We are not going away. We are not giving up. We are still taking action every day by using 5 calls or calling just your representative. Those things make a difference. The main thing we are doing now is aiming at the midterms. We have to win the midterms so that we can set the stage for winning the presidency again. So in Indivisible Colorado Springs, we now have a mailing list of about 800 people, and we have about 500 people who typically show up to meetings, and we are divided down into groups that might be affinity groups that you are interested in. There's 8 groups: healthcare, environment, protecting democracy, state and local government, immigration and deportations. There are groups that are aligned to taking significant actions in all of these areas. And if you are interested, please, our table is just to the south of the 50501 table. Come and take a picture of the QR code
And by doing that, you can register for a group that is aligned with what is your deepest passion, and you can also get onto our newsletter list so we can tell you what's coming up. So here is the next thing that's coming up. This is the takeaway action. Come get one of these flyers from us. We have Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser coming here to do a face-to-face town hall on the 29th. He is one of the 10 or 12 attorneys general, state attorneys general across the country who have been successfully implementing injunctions against Trump's executive orders. Thanks for bringing attention to us. Because we are so cool. So he had another town hall with 3 other of those attorney generals in Denver a couple nights ago, from Hawaii, Washington, and Nevada. And they are part of this bigger coalition. I've met him. He's a dynamite powerhouse, amazing guy. He talks about restorative justice. He talks about mental health care for kids. He talks about a lot of really fabulous things. And he has been putting into place these injunctions that have stopped Trump in his tracks. So what we are hoping, please, is that you will join us. We have a venue where we have 1,100 seats. We have 600 people registered already. We want, of course, a full house. That shows the media, and that shows like Jeff Crank, and even Hickenlooper and Bennett. It shows them when we can pull out a full house of 1,100 people to listen to progressive planning to stop Trump, that sends a message, like Harvard did. So help us get those 1,100 people. It's going to be the doors are going to open at 4:30. It starts at 5:30. It's over at 6:30. You can still get home easy. Come and get a registration. To use the QR code to register for a seat. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Am I done? I can tell more. We can all dance. All right, thank you so much. Indivisible, Colorado Springs.
Thank you once again. That was Jenny Owen with Indivisible, Colorado Springs. Thank you, Jenny. All right, y'all, how many of y'all are cold? Let's do a couple chants to warm up, okay? All right, let me know if y'all know this one. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump.
One more.
Go, hey, hey,
Ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Woo! I already feel a little bit warmer. All right, y'all, next up we have Amber Mello with the Colorado Springs Education Association. Let's give it up for Amber.
Hello, Colorado Springs! My name is Amber. I'm a public school teacher in D11. Thank you to everyone who came out today. Your presence means so much for Colorado Springs, for Colorado. I'm here speaking on behalf of Colorado Springs Education Association, CSEA. We've got our table right over there. Please visit. It's my union through D11. I have come prepared with my notes, as a true teacher should. For years, we've been seeing a wave of people in politics who are hoping there are enough uneducated people that won't question the lies and deceit of radical right nationalists. They name themselves like Freedom Foundation or why? Education! We are educated, we are knowledgeable, and we want all the generations after us to be the same and more. Colorado Springs Education Association is under attack by our D11 board, which aligns right up with the Trump's agenda. Our board wants to get rid of our union. They lie and say our union is holding them back to make D11 what they want. But what they want is more money. Our union gives power to the employees. Our superintendent doesn't want that. With power, we collectively can fight for the conditions our students deserve. Our union cares about our working conditions, and our board cares about profits and their political agenda. We need great people like you. We need people who care about education like you. Run for our school board. If you can't run, support a great candidate who can. Ask a teacher who they endorse and ask them why. But more than anything, get out and vote in November. Moms of Liberty and Freedom Foundation are actively trying to take apart education right here in Colorado Springs. They attend school board meetings, they ban curriculum, they villainize teachers, and they pretend to care about people. When the people are limited in what they can learn, the people can be manipulated by the narrative they choose. And we won't have it! Our board member, Jill Hafley, loves Moms of Liberty. She agrees with their ideals of banning books. She agrees with censoring what children can learn. Hafley does not care about our students. She does not care about teachers. She cares about her political agenda. The future generations of Colorado will be the most intelligent, well-informed citizens because you care about education. I spoke with our D11 board president, Parth Melpackham, a few months ago about some issues with safety within our classroom. I described my concerns, but our board president responded with his plan to pay certain teachers more. My concern was safety and support in our classroom. His concern was money. We are not the same. CSEA, Colorado Springs Education Association, cares about teachers. They care about their work conditions, because when you care about teachers' work conditions, you care about students' work conditions. The D11 board wants to limit our students' knowledge through their political agenda, but we will not sit back and let them. If you care about the future of our country, start taking action with CSEA. Begin small, ask a teacher how they feel about their classroom environment. Talk to teachers about who they support for candidacy for our school board. Email a D11 board member. Tell them why you respect teachers. Tell them why you care about a teacher's work environment. Because a teacher's working environment is a student learning environment. We need you because you care about education. Woo-hoo!
Representative Pascal says, y'all want to do something? I better see all of y'all knocking on doors. Woo! And y'all like, yeah, maybe not. So y'all, next up, we have Lindsay Lee with Neighbors for Education, and she's been doing some great work. Give it up for Lindsay.
Oh God, it's so great to be here with all you beautiful people. My name is Lindsay Lee. I am the Vice President of Neighbors for Education. It is perfect that I'm following up Amber, although I don't think I have quite that level of energy to bring. We are a wholly grassroots, hyper-local, all-volunteer organization that advocates for educational equity in D11, D20, and D49. Frankly, we'll go anywhere we're needed if I'm being honest, because a fight in any district is a fight in every district in the region. And so our goal is to just make sure all our kids get what they need in public schools, and that we don't move toward privatizing education in this country. Education is for everyone. A lot of our work this year is going to be focused, like some of our friends have said, on school board elections, rebalancing our school boards away from wasteful political agendas and towards supporting kids and teachers in our schools. Please stop by our table to sign up to let us know how you can help on campaigns. It's early right now. We're trying to recruit really strong candidates. In the last cycle, you might be aware that the right brought $500,000 of dark money into about 6 races in D11 and D20. We can't fight $500,000 of dark money. We need you. We need your energy. We need you engaged and ready to fight for our school boards in November. Outside of that work, our goal is to advocate for educational equitable policies and help parents navigate conflict in their schools. We are doing it hyper-locally, and we need your help. Sign up with us. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see you all. Christian, are you ready?
Thank you. Give it up for Lindsay Lee! So I just want, I guess I have some bad news, but this past year, the state of Colorado had 2 adequacy studies that measured whether or not we were adequately funding our public schools. And both of these studies indicate that the state of Colorado is underfunding its schools by $4 billion with a P. And to make matters worse, like what was said earlier, the current administration is working on dismantling the U.S. Department of Education. So y'all, we run the real risk of our federal funds being turned into block grants that then go to private schools instead of our traditional K through 12 public schools. Excuse me. Okay, my bad. So I want to encourage all of you to do what was said earlier. Please talk to your teachers, talk to your neighbors. Y'all, this is a movement that can be built on love, on fellowship, on caring for your neighbors. That's why we're here, right? Because we care about our neighbors. We want to make our community better for everyone. I'm going to repeat that. We want to make our community better for everyone. All right? Next up, we have Jesse Prophet with Freedom Road Social Association. Give it up for Jesse. When our rights are under attack, what we do? That's right. When our rights are under attack, what we do? Thank you, everyone. My name is Jesse Prophet, and I'm with the Freedom Road Socialist Organization. We're a national organization that is fighting back against Trump's racist reactionary agenda, not with capitalism, but with socialism. I have a statement from the FRSO on the situation that I would like to read for you now. Trump has wasted no time in launching attack after attack on the people and our movements. He has launched a war on immigrants, made the most serious attack on organized labor in decades, and embarked on a campaign to erase trans people. Shame! Shame! Not to mention, he has continued the genocidal program against the Palestinians. Shame! He is coming after long-held democratic rights won through struggle, like birthright citizenship, abortion rights, and free gender expression. Shame. His racist, misogynistic, and homophobic Make America Great Again platform takes real problems caused by billionaires, such as soaring grocery costs, which will get even worse with the tariffs, and pins the blame on the working class and oppressed people of U.S. and abroad. Shame! The good news? There is widespread resistance, and the time to act is now! Freedom Road Socialist Organization's approach is to make this country ungovernable. At schools, we are organizing students and faculty and workers to demand that the universities do not comply with newly authorized ICE operations and declare themselves as sanctuary schools. In cities, we are organizing our communities to rise up and demand that mayors, city councils, and public officials reject Trump and interference from his federal agencies like DOGE. In workplaces and unions, we are determined to show a spine and wage campaigns against bosses and employers who are emboldened by Trump's pro-big business agenda. We aren't scared, and we aren't in mourning. We are spoiling for a fight, and we are looking for activists who want to fight for the long haul. Capitalism, the same system that produced Trump and all of the ills he represents, will continue to deepen poverty, bring oppression, and more wars and genocides. By building a fight against Trump, we can beat back the attacks and win. By joining the FRSO, you can fight for a new system and build a movement that will put political power in the hands of the working class in the U.S., a system called socialism. Together, we will win! We say fight Trump's attacks, make the U.S. ungovernable, and down with billionaires. We need socialism. So if you're interested in learning more about our methods of fighting back, I encourage you to come check our table out on the other side of this building here. We would love to chat with you and answer your questions. Together, we will win because the people united will never be defeated.
People united will never be defeated.
Thank you all.
United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Woo! All right, y'all, next up we have Brandon Lincoln with Colorado Springs People's Coalition. Give it up for Brandon.
Trump, escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Trump, escucha. Estamos en la lucha. My name is Brandon Rincon. I'm with the Colorado Springs People's Coalition. organization dedicated to holding police accountable. I'm gonna make some of y'all a little uncomfortable right now, but police, when we see Trump's racist and reactionary agenda gets put into law, who's going to enforce that law? It's going to be the police. So we call for something different. We call for what we like to say, community control of the police. That means that police are responsible and answer to the people and not the police unions or these crooked politicians. Time and time again, police like to brutalize protesters, incriminate protesters, and criminalize the right to free speech. And we say shame! How many of y'all were at the International Women's Day protest on March 8th? I had police show up at my house after work, almost a month later, to give me a criminal citation for being in the street. We have a goddamn right to assemble. We aren't gonna cower and we aren't gonna be deers caught in a headlight. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna fight back and protect the right to protest. We are working on drafting a hands-off protest ordinance. Something you see in cities all across the United States to make sure that our police don't brutalize us and cost our city millions of dollars in lawsuit settlements. The time to fight back is now. My call to action to you is to leave today with an organization in mind that you want to join. Protests like this don't just fall out of the sky. We worked hard to organize things like that. Everyday people come together, working people, mothers, fathers, everyday people work hard to make sure things like this come together, and that means you can too. Get organized and fight back, because political power doesn't grow out of the ballot box. Political power grows in the community. Political power grows in the streets. So I'm gonna say this. I know hands off right now is a big thing right now, and I'm gonna say, and I want y'all to repeat after me. Hands off protest. 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 Thank you.
Yo, what do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Now! Thank you! Next up, we have Mariah Lauer with the Democratic Socialists of America. Give it up for Mariah.
Good afternoon, everyone! My name is Mariah Lauer. I am with the Colorado Springs chapter of Democratic Socialists of America, which is the largest socialist organization in the U.S. So I know we've been talking about a lot today, about some of the truly awful things that are, truly fucking awful things that are happening in this country right now. But I want you to take a minute right now instead. And I want you to imagine a different world and what that might look like. A world where every single person has their needs met, they can enjoy their lives, they can have actual leisure time. A world where people don't have to work multiple jobs to barely cover their bills. A world without oligarchs controlling our political system nationally and locally, but instead one where ordinary people to fascism now, or we work for a better world, a socialist world that can truly defeat fascism once and for all. It is our labor as the working class that the oligarchs rely on. That is the source of their power, and it is also the source of our power. We can only win by organizing and building our collective power as the working class. So we need militant unions and working class consciousness to fight back against Trump and the oligarchs that are tearing down the very few protections that we have. So if you are coming to the realization after a very short speech that, you know what, yeah, I might want to actually fight for a socialist world, then please get involved with DSA. We have a new member orientation on May 2nd at 6 p.m. and help get involved because, you know what, we are going to take power for the people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mariah! Woo! Next up, we have Harry Mangles with the Worker Solidarity Project. Give it up for Harry! Woo!
Good afternoon, Solidarity! My name is Harry, and I'm here today to represent the Worker Solidarity Project. I'm here today because the struggle for democracy and the struggle for working class power are one and the same. Democracy means rule by the demos, or ordinary working people, and ordinary working people can only rule if we are organized to rule. Whether you tend to a patient after their surgery, or teach that young kid with a learning disability, collect our trash or deliver our mail, mop the floors of our workplace, or check in a customer at the reception desk. Or if you're the person who makes the coffee I drink before I go to my construction site every morning, we are all workers. We do the work of making society run, and society only runs with our kind permission. All the workers have to do is put their hands in their pockets, and they'll have the capitalist class whipped. We are all here today because our democratic institutions are under attack by this fascist MAGA movement. These are democratic institutions because they serve the well-being of the demos, ordinary working class people. It is important that we see the MAGA movement for what it is, fascist. It is not enough for us, though, to call the MAGA movement fascist. We must understand what fascism is so that we understand what lies before us and how we will fight it. Fascism, according to the founders of fascism, is the merger of state and corporate power. As a labor organizer, fighting against corporate power is all too easy to see the fascism. It is all too easy for me to see the fascism in the MAGA movement. During a union campaign, the boss always tries to divide the workers by appealing to racism and sexism. This is what Donald Trump does. If you think you are equal, that means less for him and more for him and less for us. The current regime is working to destroy popular institutions that exist, in large part because of the labor movement. Social Security, disability insurance, the Occupational Health and Safety Administration, Environmental Protection Agency, the USDA, and really any institution that supports us. Since the inauguration, the MAGA regime has terminated the jobs of tens of thousands of union members, including 10,000 people in my own union. The MAGA regime is committed to destroying working class power, dismantling public institutions, and selling them to billionaires at garage sale prices. This is a merger of corporate and state power. This is fascism. Politics, of course, does not only happen though in DC. It happens here in our home. We are all familiar here in El Paso County with the Christo-fascist brand of MAGA, groups like Moms for Liberty or Americans for Prosperity. These groups organize to our school boards, library boards, and other local institutions. They seek to cut funding for our schools and libraries, attack our comrades in the queer community, implement racist policies, and suppress working class power. Most recently, here in District 11, they've gone after our teachers and our students and our kids. Shame. The Workers' Solidarity Project is committed to fighting for social justice and working class power in the Pikes Peak region. We commit to this fight by organizing strike support, standing on the picket lines with Starbucks workers, teachers, Teamsters, and auto workers. We fundraise to provide food and drinks on the pickets. We organize the unorganized by holding workshops. If you're not organized yet, come into our table and get organized at your workplace. We'll show you how. There's a slogan in the labor movement that speaks to the racism, the sexism, and every other hateful piece of this MAGA movement. An injury to one is an injury to all. We all stand for each other here. When MAGA attacks migrants, trans people, Palestinians, women, people with disabilities, people of color, and any other marginalized community, this is an attack on working people, and we will fight back. None of us are free until all of us are free. Because we organize in the Pikes Peak region, the ask that I want to make of everyone here today to fight this fascist MAGA movement that exists here in Colorado Springs is to support the Pikes Peak Library Workers United in defending our public libraries. On April 16th at 5 p.m., come to the Columbine Room at the Penrose Library and speak to the Board of Trustees. Tell them these are our institutions, these serve our people. Thank you, in solidarity.
Thank you so much, Harry, with the Workers' Solidarity Project. All right, y'all, if y'all can tell, my voice is kind of giving out. So I'm gonna ask y'all, the audience, y'all give me a chant. Make good trouble! Make good trouble!
Make good trouble! Make good trouble!
Louder!
Good trouble! Make good trouble!
Make good trouble! Make good trouble! Thank y'all! Next up, we have Lori Werbel with the Justice and Peace Commission. Give it up for Lori!
Good afternoon, beautiful people. You're looking as big and powerful as you did 2 weeks ago. I'm with Pikes Peak Justice and Peace Commission, which has been doing nonviolent communication and nonviolent civil disobedience training for nearly 50 years in this town. If we last till 2028, cross your fingers, it'll be our 50th anniversary. And you know, people are always asking the J&P, what is this about Trump? We all know he's an authoritarian populist. That's no good. We all know he's an egotist megalomaniac, and that's no good. But what's this thing about transactionalism, where all of his stuff is about deal making? Doesn't that accidentally get us to somewhere peaceful occasionally, just like a broken clock is right twice a day? We're saying, well, yeah, it seems to me that Trump wanted to do something with peace negotiations between Russia and Ukraine that he was going to get done in 48 hours, and after he stole all the Ukrainian strategic minerals and embarrassed Zelensky, then yesterday he said, oh, I just thought this is too hard. I'm going to go do something else. And other people said, well, look at how he was kissing Netanyahu's ass for weeks at a time, doing anything Netanyahu wanted in Gaza. And then all of a sudden last week, he put the pressure on Netanyahu to avoid bombing Iranian nuclear sites because he, Trump, wanted all the winning for making an Iranian nuclear deal. They said, does this mean he doesn't like Bibi Netanyahu anymore? I said, no. As long as it's about Gaza and about expelling or killing Palestinians, Trump is right behind Netanyahu. So there's the secret of transactionalism. It always leads to bad consequences, whether it's tariffs, deportation, or democracy itself. So take this transactionalism home and watch what's happening right now. Whether you're the Supreme Court making a decision about Venezuelan deportees in the middle of the night because you're too frightened of Trump to do it in the daytime, or whether you're an innocent person that just had your windshield smashed by ICE, in either case, Trump's minions are saying, we do what we want. What do we say to people who say, we do what we want? No! That's right. But how do we work from now on? Well, first of all, we can't do much on the impeachment front because as even Lisa Murkowski, the Republican representative, said yesterday, Republicans are too frightened to challenge the Trump administration on anything. So impeachment is out. We in the J&P do not advocate violence, but even those who would talk about violence, we're not just worried about Trump and Vance here, we're talking about an entire government class of populists that is ready for authoritarianism. The problem is they're too attention deficit to be able to implement the kind of fascist state Hitler did. So it's kind of like, we do what we want today. We do something different tomorrow. Those of you worried about martial law, this gang couldn't even implement martial law. They're too incompetent. But we gotta worry about more than even government politics. We gotta worry about culture. Right now, the Trump administration has enabled a whole bunch of 18 to 40-year-old white men to go back to sexism, back to misogyny, back to homophobia, to be the new pros, the new manoverse. They don't even get their news from Fox News. They get it from Joe Rogan podcasts, mixed martial arts, and TikTok. And all they care about is being jerks and being assholes as a sign of privilege. So this is a cultural thing that will be with us for decades. What do we do when our problem is decades long? We start having a change of mind. We call ourselves the new underground insurgency. We are the new underground. We're back to that point yet again, and we have to say, the courts can't help us. Government can't help us. We must be the new insurgency on a political level and a cultural level that tries to change people's minds every single day. We are the ones we have been waiting for. So turn to your neighbor or partner and say, I've been waiting for you, because we are the ones who are going to take this country back. Find more out about the Justice and Peace Commission and our summer youth activist training program for teenagers. We got a table here over by the Kiowa doorway side. Come visit us, tag it up, and don't forget that the underground insurgency starts with you.
Woo! Thank you so much, Lauren. Give it up for Lauren. And y'all, like Lauren was saying, immigrants in this country, immigrants made this country. Most of us, if not, I would say majority of us, come from descendants of immigrants. This country was built on the idea that everyone can belong. Everyone can be welcome in our society. That's the type of America that we're fighting for. An inclusive America. An America that loves, not hates. That's why we're here. So next up, we have Sylvia and Tessa with New Era, Colorado. Sylvia, are you here? Is that you? Okay. Give it up for Sylvia!
Hi everyone, I'm Sylvia Tensa. I'm with New Era, Colorado. We are an organization led by and for young people. These past few months have been a lot. From the overwhelming cycle of news that makes it hard for me to get up in the morning sometimes, to seeing huge crowds of community members come together and rally. The day after the November election results, I overheard a group of older MAGA folks say, all those young liberals are probably in bed crying. Yeah, boo. And yeah, I did cry in bed that morning. But you know what else I did? I got up and joined my community. We cried, but then we organized. That's what we do at New Era. We're a youth-led organization working to mobilize young people to make local progress on issues we care about. Whether that's climate justice, economic justice, reproductive freedom, or democracy itself. We know that change doesn't come from one speech or from one vote. It comes from showing up for each other again and again and again. Our generation is tired of low wages, high rent, student debt loans we can't pay off, and expensive healthcare costs. We demand a future where community leaders can actually fund healthcare. They can actually fund education and housing through a fair tax system that doesn't benefit the rich. Colorado's tax policy was made up by a rich white man. That's not surprising. It was made to keep all of us, especially young black and brown people, from having a say in these conversations. I ask you all to stop by our table and sign our action form, urging our elected officials to prioritize reforming Tabor. Not in the future, not in 10 years, but now, this legislative session. Our budget crisis is not just about cuts, it's about a system that prevents us from funding the future we deserve. And if we don't fix it, we'll keep having the same fights year after year. We're all sitting at the table this time around, and it's time to eat and tax the rich. And I'm just gonna end it off with the chant, El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. And y'all, I just want to say, Sylvia, when you came up here, I was like, oh, she looks so nervous, but then you got up here and like, you know, you did a good job. Good job, Sylvia. And I'm coming to terms with the fact that I'm like no longer part of like the younger class of organizers, because I'm 29, but hey, we need more young people involved. So thank you, Sylvia. Next up, we have Reese Jenkins with the Allies for Unhoused Youth. And y'all, I just want to say, this issue is especially important to me. The issue of homelessness, houselessness, and also the issue of addiction and recovery. I'm a person living in long-term recovery. I've been in recovery since August 31st, 2021. It is a beautiful gift to live a life in recovery, y'all. And we, as a people, we need to do more to help people who are struggling with addiction. help people who are struggling on the streets. Y'all, these are human beings. These are human beings. So thank you so much, Reese.
Thank you. And thank you to all the speakers before me. The overarching points that I'd like to make have been said so eloquently. So thank you for that. I am representing Allies of Unhoused Youth, and some of our main fundamentals is providing access and redistributing the extreme amount of resources that we as students, particularly Colorado College students, have to institutional wealth as well as human power. And that applies to a lot of institutions and a lot of connections that we as privileged people have. What the presidency wants by taking the budget that we depend on is creating further dependence on them. So we must be able to come together and depend on ourselves, depend on our neighbors, depend on our community. And we can. We can. The oppression that we're feeling today, the threats to our rights, the system of dehumanization and exploitation is far from new. This system relies on the maintenance of dehumanization and the maintenance of an underclass. We have neighbors who are sleeping on the street, that don't have access to basic rights, and who are dying, and who are suffering under conditions that we cannot comprehend, and our city is lying. Our presidency is lying, and that reinforces and allows our local governments to do the same. And so we must hold accountability. Right now, our local response to homelessness relies primarily on what we call cleanup. This means shame. This means an extreme amount of increased budgets to our police department, particularly through the homeless outreach team. And our city likes to frame this as a narrative of pushing people towards resources. But the reality is that we do not listen to, and we do not consider the needs and the experience of the people on the ground. What we need is to elevate the voices who are being affected and who know what they need and who know how to move forward. Coming up, we've had this new city council election, and I, for one, am very disappointed on several levels. But I mean, one, just on my own, like city council meetings will continue to be dreadful because of this. Dave Donaldson is back in office. Shame, boo, facts. Being aware of and watching what our city council is doing is extremely important, especially in these times. We have budget proposals coming up. And again, this becomes even more sensitive, and we need to rely on each other and our local resources. Again, our budget is focusing on the hot team. When we have active asks and basic asks that would make a huge difference and bring us forward in our ability to have solidarity with our people as a whole. So I'm asking that you come by the table, you follow Allies Instagram, and you follow the Homeless Union's Facebook, so you can stay updated on how you can support this. Our power starts locally. Our power comes in solidarity. Our power comes from elevating and and seeing the humanity of the people and our friends who are otherwise dying. And I just like to end by saying, like, there's this, we have a narrative of service that creates a psychological block for us where we don't understand. We have people literally freezing, stuck to our sidewalks, have to be cut off from our sidewalks because they are stuck freezing. We have people who are starving, quite literally starving, in our extreme context of excess. We should be angry. We should be angry all the way from the bottom, all the way from the city to the top, all the way to Trump. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And y'all, what was shared is true. Last year, I worked as a peer recovery coach. And so my job was to help other people struggling with addiction and alcoholism. And we had one of our former clients, he passed away on a bench last winter. Right? This is someone that we worked with for months. And they passed away on a bench here in our city. Right? I know we can do better. I know we can do better. That's why we're here. So I just want to say thank you again, y'all, for being here today. Because I know that you're here because you also believe in a better tomorrow. So I also want to ask y'all, are there, and don't be ashamed, are there any Republicans here who maybe switched sides, saw the light? Thank you, thank you. This movement will only work if we work together, right? Regardless of political party. We're here because we want to make this country better for everyone, not just one political party, everyone, right? And I gotta say, man, we can't have like people living on the streets and then have a government that's run by billionaires, right? I'm just gonna be blunt. Billionaires should not exist. So next up, we have Jim Walker with the Pikes Peak Sierra Club, who's gonna tell us about fighting for our planet. Give it up for Jim Walker.
Just keep talking to the mic.
Well, thank you all for being here. My name is Jim Lockhart, and this is Dave Bryan. I'm Conservation Chair for the Pikes Peak Sierra Club Group. Dave's on our executive committee. If you want to know what we're doing, just go to our website or go to our Facebook page or just Google Pikes Peak Sierra Club. You'll find out we're involved in a lot of local issues. Nuclear power, you name it. I really don't want to go through all of that. It's a cold day. I do want to point out that here we are standing out in the cold, and who is it standing here? We are. Who is it tooling around in their heated, super large trucks? They are. I suggest to you that this is really a pretty good point of distinction. That the people who care about the world are standing here, and the people who don't care are out there. So, I do really thank you for being here. Much of what I could have said has been said already. I don't need to tell you people are hurting. I don't need to tell you that the whole country is hurting, because you've heard it all here today. Trump and Musk, however, I do want to tell you, are hurting the whole world. Yes. And by the way, the whole world knows this. The whole world sees this. So, I want to ask you to do something to tell our mayor, to tell our congressperson, to tell all the politicians who ought to be here today and aren't. I just want to follow after me and say it. The whole world is watching. 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 The whole world Yes, thank you all. I really don't have anything else to add, but you've been out here in the cold, and we really appreciate it. We really thank you for the time to talk, and we'll let the next person come up here.
Why aren't we talking about climate change and what's being done to the environment under this administration? We are leaving an environment that is in poor shape to our children and to subsequent generations, and that is just not right. So, thank you.
Short and sweet, like someone said. Love it. All right, y'all, we're almost done here. So next up, we have the Indivisible Voting and Elections team for a quick event announcement. Give it up for the Indivisible Elections and Voting team.
Hi. We on the Indivisible Elections and Voting team have organized a meeting with Steve Schleicher, who is our, what is he? He's our elections person. I'm sorry, I wasn't exactly prepared. On Tuesday the 29th, 150 people are able to come. I'm encouraging everyone to come because we have an amazing elections system here in Colorado that we need to fight for. The more we know about how it works, the more we can defend it. So I'd like to have everyone come out and ask questions with the SAVE Act. There's a lot of questions we have to ask. So again, check out the Indivisible website. We have a little thing, it's the same night, unfortunately, as our Attorney General, but we're hoping that the people that can't go can come and see us and learn about our voting system and help defend it. Thank you.
All right, y'all. So I wanna end on a couple chants. Okay. So we'll start with this one. Here's how it goes. Say it loud, say it clear. Everyone is welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Everyone is welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Everyone is welcome here. Say it loud, say it here. Everyone is welcome here. One more. Say it loud, say it here. Everyone is welcome here. Thank you. I want to thank 50501 Colorado Springs and the El Paso Progressive Veterans for organizing this event today. And y'all, let's give a big thank you to the volunteer marshals, the medics, organizations, and organizers for helping today. Thank y'all. Thank you so much for making this happen. I want to remind everyone to visit the Take on Toxics tour at the Fountain Tour Stop, located at Peak and Pines, 212 West Illinois Avenue. If y'all didn't know, there's some PFAS chemicals in Fountain that's affecting people, and so it's important to learn about that. Another announcement, join Green Latinos Colorado and the Fountain Valley Clean Water Coalition in Fountain to learn about toxic pollution impacts, connect with advocacy resources, speak up for stronger protections. Blank, all good. Okay, and last thing, y'all, please make sure to clean up any trash and find a buddy to walk back to your cars. And here's where I want to end on, okay? If you ask anyone my age, they'd probably tell you that the American dream is dead. People my age are not working to get a single family home with a white picket fence and 2.5 kids. Because unfortunately, that's not a possible future for us anymore. So the American dream is dead. What do we do then? I challenge you to believe in the American daydream. Now let me explain. The American dream assumes that you're asleep. It's something that you dream about when you're not awake. The American daydream invites you to stay awake. The American daydream invites you to be a part of the process of creating the future with your eyes open. So yes, the American dream might be dead, but our hope is not. We can hope and we can create a better future. That's why we're here. Let's do this. Thank y'all for being here. And let's fight and win. Thank you.
Thank you everyone so much for being out here today. Please take a moment to come around to the tables that you see. Sign up, volunteer, see what you can do to help this movement. It's not just to show up, which is great that you're here, but we gotta do something. Everybody